It's Local Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance. Thank you so much for joining us. Our guest is Gary Kovacic. Mr. Kovacic is the mayor of beautiful Arcadia. So I want to thank you so much for joining us. And I was really excited to see this new logo, Believe in Arcadia Volunteerism, which says so much about what your city is promoting. Tell me more about that campaign.
It's a great campaign, and it's time for us to realize that volunteers play an important role in a community with budget issues and all that is involved in keeping our public services at a high level. We really need volunteers, and so
And what's interesting about Arcadia, it's known for its outstanding schools, and as strong as they may be, we still are seeing significant budget cuts. So presumably we need parents, we need advocates to volunteer.
Yeah, let me give you a good example. Even in Arcadia, which has a very vibrant commercial and residential area, we are blessed with a lot of reserves. We are still feeling the pinch of the budget.
I can imagine.
And in fact, over 40 teachers received pink slips in our town. And the students at Arcadia High School decided that they would become part of the solution. And in a 2-week period, engaged the community in a fundraising effort and raised over $300,000 to save teachers' jobs. And that is what I think is the key element of what I'm trying to promote, which is get involved in your community, be part of the community.
And hopefully with the state budget numbers looking a little better, with the essentially they found $6 billion more dollars, and with the money you've raised, maybe all 40 teachers can return?
Exactly, that's the goal. And I teach a Constitution, or help coach a Constitution team at the high school. And we learn about a gentleman by the name of Alexis de Tocqueville, who came to the United States in the early 1800s. And what he found unique about the United States was its spirit of volunteerism, that the government shouldn't and can't do everything for its citizens, and citizens really have to become part of the community. And he found that unique, that he didn't see that in the fiefdoms of Europe.
Let me ask you this, and I hope it's not kind of off topic, but I know that one of the beautiful things about Arcadia is it's a vibrant, diverse community. And much of that diversity focuses on Asian Americans. We know many of those Asian Americans come from China, and there may be some reticence about getting involved. The government is, the communist government, stay out. Have you been able to convince your fellow citizens who happen to be Asian American that it's a good thing to get involved and volunteer?
Absolutely, and that's been my goal. We're a town of 57,000 people. Close to 60% are Asians or identify themselves as Asians. Yeah, many of them come from a culture that doesn't really emphasize embracing the government. It's really being wary of the government. And so when they come to the United States, they're a bit reticent to become involved. And it's been my goal to try to get people more involved. Now, part of it is our problem. We don't make volunteerism that accessible to a lot of people, that understandable. And so it's really to get out and meet at a common ground and try to get people to realize that it's important to give something back to your community. And so we have a number of Asian Americans volunteering at the library, at the hospital, police department, translators, and such. And so, yes, it's not an easy task, but once people get involved, they really feel a sense of community.
Well, and in a lot of ways, when you volunteer, you get more than the people you are volunteering on behalf. I mean, it can give you such a sense of self-worth and pride. And so I am really glad to see that you are making volunteerism part of the focus of your mayorship, and I thank you so much for that. I want to remind our viewers, if you'd like to watch more segments about Local Edition, you can sign on to Time Warner Cable's Video On Demand channel. Go to Channel 1, and then click on Local, and then click on My Government. Mayor, thank you so much for joining us. I'm Brad Pomerance. We're going to send you back to HLN.